Welcome to Opposites Distract. I'm Jared.
I'm Bo.
We got an awesome episode headed for you right now. We're very excited. First of all, I want to thank Kevin from Stoke Ridge for allowing us to use his podcast space. And make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcast. Hit that button. And we're on all the social media platforms. Awesome show today. We're going to talk about a movie that is super unique, weapons, and creepy as well. Get into that. Also, is Taylor Swift going to play the halftime show at the Super Bowl this year? There are Swifties out there that watch everything she does, every move she makes, every word she says, and they are saying yes. And when we give you the reasons why, you might agree that she is going to be the halftime show based on some Easter eggs that she gave. And we'll also get into either your favorite, Bo, halftime show of all time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or least favorite, because the announcement of the halftime show will be anytime the next 30 days. But this Taylor Swift's talking about it now. All right.
Yeah.
So Bo invited me and his wife. You invited your wife too.
I did.
To go see Weapons. And I was like, sure. And I had no idea what it was. I watched the trailer on the way to the movies because I'm a safe driver and had the self-driving.
On your TV.
On the Tesla.
On your Tesla.
And I was like, this looks good. But I just said, I didn't care.
And then you took a nap. And you woke up.
And then the movie, it's sensational. It's so unique. And I want to get from your take on it, but also like your perspective on that type of filmmaking, because kind of vignette style in a way.
Sure.
I guess sometimes vignettes are separate from a story, but almost chapter style. But I like that. My only criticism, and I told you, and everyone I've told, like whatever, the pacing was a little bit slower for me, but overall, the finished product, I was like, I love that movie. Weapons is a very, very good movie, a must-see, and like a surprise hit.
Yeah, and like I said, it came from nowhere. You know, I mean, this is not something that was heavily marketed. I mean,
No.
I saw a few commercials for it. I want to go to see other movies or trailers, but it is destroying the box office. It's original IP. Now I hear they're doing a backstory on the crazy aunt in the film.
Oh.
They're going to do an origin story about her as the new speculation. So they're having these great, amazing IPs, original IPs, and then they're now building universes around them. You got Formula One, they're doing that. Sinners, they're doing that. Now this one, and they're building an anthology around this. So because they're finding out that, people do want to see original content. They don't want to see the same rehashed stuff over and over again.
Yeah.
And it's glorious to see, because it's about time we got back to original content like it was in the 90s when Tarantino had his blow up, and Scorsese, and he's been doing it in the 70s. But, they just blew up during that independent film making time. Yeah,
watching the movie, because I think it's almost better not to know much about it. I mean, obviously you can watch the trailer. I don't think it's going to spoil much of anything. But they'll say, like, if, for example, if they have this, basically the story is a teacher shows up to school, she has 18 students, and 17 are missing.
Yeah.
And there's
one day she goes in and the 17 are missing, and no one can.
And they all disappeared at 2:17 a.m. And then there's like footage of these kids just running out of their houses like this, which Bo did to me after the movie, which was very funny.
Scared you pretty good.
It got me. And they run into the woods, and then they try to solve this mystery. And so, my mind's going, it's going to be this, it's going to be that, it's going to be this. Not even nowhere close.
No.
You can't even predict what it's going to be.
Well, plus if you see the trailer, my understanding is this. They say it's a real event. Now there was similar events to something like this, but it's really more or less like a mirrored universe to what people experience with school shootings. And so that's how they built the movie up, was to really kind of symbolize how, you become suspicious of your longtime friends, you become suspicious of everyone, and everyone's guilty. And then it's usually after serious trauma, like a school shooting, or like, of course, 17 kids going missing. So that's kind of like the backstory on the story behind the story.
It's kind of softer agenda type thing, but you'd have to know that. I mean, they do call it weapons.
Yeah.
But
what is the weapon?
But what is the weapon?
That was the thing I was not expecting. I wasn't expecting something so supernatural. Now, there are spoilers in there, so of course we're talking about the movie. But I didn't know it would be so supernatural and so like kind of horror-y. I thought it was more of a mystery, but this was
That's what it was. Yeah. I thought it was a mystery, and all of a sudden I'm like, I'm watching a horror movie, which made it like super exciting.
Yeah.
And the acting, I don't know who the actress is that plays the aunt, but she is fantastic.
Yeah, it's going to bother me.
Okay, look it up. Go ahead.
Keep going.
Yeah, so she's fantastic. Josh Brolin's fantastic. But anyway, so you see these people in this community. There's a teacher. Oh, yeah, the blonde. Yeah, she's from Ozark. She's played some movie about missing Anna or something like that, or some sort of mystery thing on Netflix. But she's really great as the teacher. But so that it'll say Bo, and it'll show Bo's perspective for 10 minutes. They'll say Jared. It'll be Jared's perspective in the same story for 10 minutes and how they intersect. And they have like 5 of those different stories, but it's all based their viewpoint of that story. And the way they did that was so creative. You have to see weapons. I don't really like when I was watching. I was like, it's a little slow, and I got sorry. Stop worrying about it being a little slow.
Yeah.
And then I was like, this is so
the pacing didn't
fun.
throw me.
I mean, it's fun. It's creepy. It's spooky. It's there's some funny parts to it. There's a little bit of levity, and you'll see there's a recurring phrase that's said by about everyone in the movie that you're like, yeah. And then some of the scenes you're like, what did I just see?
Am I missing something? They have everyone listed except her. I think that's is that like an Easter egg? It's not on IMDb.
Really?
Yeah.
Was she the aunt?
Yeah, I thought she was the main actress from Fargo, the movie Fargo in the 90s, and
Frances
billboards.
McDormand?
Yes, it looked like her. Did it not?
Well, she's a great actress. I don't know. We'll have to figure that out.
It doesn't have anyone listed on IMDb.
We'll find out in post. Thank you. Yeah, that's true.
Post. Look it up. We are professional movie reviewers. We just don't know the cast of this.
We don't know the cast. And it's like, I think coming in, I was like, is there a movie called Monsters?
There is a movie called Monsters.
But I kept thinking it was Monsters.
Ball. Remember that movie Monsters Ball?
Oh,
with
yeah.
Halle Berry, Billy Bob Thornton. You know, when you're 16 and you hear about this movie's got this sex scene in it.
Or 26.
You're probably 44 at this time. But us 16-year-olds at the time were like, we got to see this movie. So, of course, you see, you're like, God, 16, that's a heavy scene.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
And it's Halle Berry.
Stuck with me.
Halle Berry is just as beautiful now. I think she's 62.
Hot damn almighty.
And we're like, what? We looked it up the other day because David Justice, her first husband, she's married, I think, 3 times. So she's my hero. He played for the Atlanta Braves.
Okay.
And they're like a good looking couple. But he was doing an interview and they're asking him about Halle Berry. And he goes, we were young. He said, I think if we had therapy, then it wasn't such a stigma. I said, we'd probably still be together.
Yeah. It's probably for most people.
Yeah. Well, because then, I mean, you're like, if you're in therapy, even 10 years ago, people are like, oh, you're crazy.
But then I did see this T-shirt that was 100% me. It said, I don't need therapy. I need someone to try to mug me in a gas station. That it would be my therapy. Like, just give me an opportunity to unleash this rage on someone.
I was like, wait, what do you mean?
I don't need therapy. I need someone to try to rob me.
Yeah.
That's the only thing.
Have you seen the movie, Michael Douglas movie? When you said it, made me think of it, called Falling Down. Oh, dude. So Michael Douglas is just this straight lace, almost accountant-looking dude, crew cut, the black spectacles. I mean, I think it's filmed I think it's set in the 90s.
Okay.
But I think it's a 90s movie, so it wasn't like a period piece at all. And he goes to McDonald's, and he's having a rough day. Traffic is bad.
Yes, I have seen that.
You might have seen clips.
No, I think I've seen that movie. I know, and he goes like postal.
Yeah, he was
like,
postal. He's like, they have a place like McDonald's. He's like,
Hi, I'd like some breakfast.
and they're like,
We stopped serving breakfast at 11:30.
and he looks, it's 10:31. He's like,
I'm really sorry.
if you want to order something from the lunch menu, and he just goes nuts.
Hey, I'm really sorry too.
Yeah, I think that actually happens with a lot of people. It's like the pressure of life, and then finally something a little small. You see it in road rage all the time. Like,
Absolutely.
I'm willing to die right now just so I can either cut over, but also too, people pulling out guns in their own car and shooting through their own windshield and passenger side windshield, blowing them out to hits. I'm like, dude, that person needs to be medicated or locked up.
And so what is it about driving that will make you feel insane sometimes? The road rage. I mean, it's a real thing.
It is absolutely a real thing. I don't know. I think people probably just have a hard time dealing with something out of their control, and life is more pressure. And then that's just, like I said, the switch. Just somebody steps on your shoe, and you want to fight at a bar kind of thing.
Right.
It's like you're just looking for a reason.
Yeah, it wasn't that what happened. It's a million other things.
Everything else leading up to that, and that was just the fuse that was lit.
I had a friend growing up that you wouldn't know. He's a great guy. He's super successful, great family. Yeah, but mild mannered. Of all the friends, most mild-mannered, good dude to be around, very chill. When he drove, we're like, who is this guy? I remember being on like 40, we're going to a Carolina basketball game, and we're like 17. He had like a Kia Sportage.
Yeah.
So he had a little bit of an SUV, so we all went in his car. And he's just like riding everyone's bumper. He's cutting people off and slamming on the brakes on the highway. I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Like, he'd cut in front of somebody and slam on the brakes like, Brandon, chill. And he's like, oh, I get so mad. And it was so against his persona, character. Yeah. You're like, this dude. Then I also found myself, and somebody on our show said this recently, our morning show that I'm on, that when somebody does cut him off or he has road rage, he always wants to drive by them to look at the person that would do something so offensive to him.
Just glare at
like,
him
are you really?
As you're going by.
Then you do it as like an old person, like, oh, my bad.
No, I don't. I still hold the gaze. I'm like,
You still hold the gun out the window.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right. So,
Weapons was up there with a Sinners Formula One for top movies of the year for me.
Okay.
Because I'm not a big horror genre fan. I'm really not. I don't like any of the Conjurings. Like it didn't really get to me. But this was kind of like a back way into a horror.
It surprised me.
Yeah, because the trailer was like a true story. 217, 18 children, and then they're all missing and never saw again. And that's the trailer, and you're like,
they're going to figure out it's a murder mystery or a missing person mystery.
Right. But then the whole twist about the zombie effect and whatever they turned him into.
The witch type
wild.
stuff. Oh, yeah, the zombie thing. I mean, basically mind control.
Yeah.
And that one scene with the
Forks.
the Asian actor.
Oh, yes.
Oh, and the Forks. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of
Doctor
great
Strange.
scenes. Yes, I'm so bad with names, but he's really good in it. But there's a scene, you'll know it when you see it. When you watch Weapons, you'll be like, well, the Forks scene and then like the...
Oh, yeah. That was crazy. You can say it.
And his eyes are like bulging.
That was real. No CGI used.
Yeah, and he smashed his boyfriend.
Sure, that had to be CGI.
Spoiler alert, he smashes his boyfriend's face in with his own head based on being under a spell.
Control.
Yeah. And he just keeps doing it. And
Again,
keeps doing it.
I
And
like
also,
when movies show me something I haven't seen before.
yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah, it's like I have not seen this plot point. I have not seen these, someone doing that to someone before, albeit very graphic. But still, I want to see something I haven't seen before. And the fork to the face, that was like, again, like, good. And that's some disturbing imagery. So don't take your children to go see this.
No.
Unless you want a serial killer on your
Plus, if you're taking your kids to a movie called Weapons...
Wasn't you that told me that there was a 4-year-old and was it Django?
Django Unchained. I saw it in theaters with my friends. I think it was like the midnight showing. You know when they used to do midnight showings, now it's all like 7 or 8 o'clock.
Yeah.
Midnight showings were fun. I missed the midnight showings because it was kind of like
opening night.
Yeah, opening night.
Yeah.
It would be Thursday, or technically Friday at midnight, and there's like an energy about it.
Yeah.
And now they're like, you can see it opening or a sneak preview at 7 p.m. Not the same.
It's
anyway.
not the same. Well, on that, the best opening night, midnight showing I've ever been to was The Dark Knight. So The Dark Knight was opening night, the theater, the people sitting on the stairs, right? And when he came on that first scene, which, again, probably the best acting in cinema history in my book, Heath Ledger, Joker. But seeing that live, like with all these people, it was
exciting.
Exhilarating. Yeah, it was like, it's not seeing things in your bed. There was some energy to it, just like going to a concert.
Right.
You're experiencing live with other people and the same reactions and laughter or whatever. I think it just makes the experience so much better.
I agree 100%. I mean, and I think because if you go to a midnight showing, you're surrounded by super fans.
Yeah.
You don't have to be a super fan to go at 7 or 8 on a Thursday. Yeah. But midnight, because with the morning show that I'm on, we'd go to like when it's Hunger Games or Harry Potter, and it'd be the new Harry Potter. Twilight. And you got the Team Jacob and Edward, and everyone's so excited. They're holding their books. They're going in. They're dressed up as Harry Potter.
Yeah.
And then, so a bunch of nerds. So I know if a fight broke out, I'd be fine.
Over the age of 25, you're probably unemployed going to these showings. But the college kids and youth, they love
it's still
it.
fun.
I'd go now. But I mean, we're borderline unemployed now. Well, you're not.
Yeah, well, no, but I work too much. No, I love my job, though. I love it. But so I forgot what I was going to say about the midnight showing, but it's
the energy, the exhilarating.
Yeah, but it was something with what we're talking about with Weapons.
Django.
Oh, Django. So it was a midnight showing of Django. Thank you, Django Unchained. And if you've ever seen it, it's not even though there wasn't cussing, the content is so adult slavery movie, right? And it's brutal. And I thought I heard like somebody go, yeah, but not like a baby, but kind of like a toddler sounding voice. That was the baby voice. I don't have a toddler sounding voice.
It's like.
No, that's a baby.
No, babies do. And they're nothing.
If a 5-year-old talks like that, they're probably having some issues. But there's a problem.
Guaranteed.
And so I'm watching it, and it's F words, N word over and over and over again. It's Tarantino.
Yeah.
It's extremely violent. And then we're getting ready to stand up to leave, and there's a dad that walks down holding his son's hand, and I'm like, "Are you joking?" He was 5. He could not be more than 5. So you brought him up out at midnight to watch Django Unchained.
And put it back on the school bus in 4 hours or whatever.
Yeah, and you're like, all right, I'm leaving. Yeah, because it was a Thursday night.
It probably was like, he was like a divorced dad, and that was his one night away, and he had his kid. He's like, I already got tickets. We're going to see this. I'm not going to take a loss on these tickets.
If that's the case, I can relate to that. You're like, it's my one night. Just come on, let's go.
Yeah.
But I saw that. But all right, so Taylor Swift has announced a new album. Of course, the Swifties were on it. Okay. All right. Oh, you don't like Taylor Swift?
More the same. I love a boy. He doesn't love me. The end. It's like, great.
That's most songs
and this
about
one's
love.
I'm a girl who loves a boy, and he died. Oh my
He
God.
died.
Yeah.
That'd be better if she did that.
Oh no, he's the end of that trilogy of songs. No, it is. It's like, golly. But that's come from the guy who likes like EDM and
Right.
house and techno. People like, it sounds all the same. Well, it doesn't to me. So Swifties, I guess they have a special ear. You know, they can hear like dogs that, you know, they can hear high frequencies.
Send your messages to Bo Yoakley on social media.
I can't wait.
He's on all the platforms.
Hey, look, I'll tell you, she did a good thing by partnering with Sabrina Carpenter. I am a Sabcar fanatic.
Oh my gosh,
yes.
Sabcar.
Yes, I love.
Who says Sabcar? That's an adult man.
My
Our
wife taught me
producer said
Sabcar.
nobody.
My wife taught me that she keeps me cool and with the youth. But yeah, I'm a big fan of hers.
Yeah,
She's
Sabcar.
great. So she
Nice.
did a good job by partnering up with her, but as a talent herself, I don't know.
What part? You don't think she's talented?
I think she's a
Like,
very talented songwriter.
clearly.
I think that her vocals and her singing presence style, whatever you want to call it, is very mid. If I'm a youth.
Could it be a skibbity toilet?
It could be a Skibbity toilet or in Ohio. No, it's
Sigma, Ohio.
kind of
Yeah.
like whatever.
Yeah.
It just, and to have the acclaim and the Michael Jackson like godlike appearance on stage or like on a world tour, I think it's like overrated.
I can
get
agree.
it.
The vocals. She's not a strong vocalist, and she'd probably agree with that. But as a performer, a business person, a songwriter, and apparently someone who, well, I know for a fact because being in the radio industry, when she comes to like any show, she's meeting cancer patients. She's doing all the good things. Doesn't make you talented.
that.
Doesn't make you talented, but it adds to. She gets it.
Yeah.
She sends our radio station, and we're not in a country. Well, she's not country anymore, but even before, more swag than all other artists combined.
Really?
It's not even close.
Probably could sell that stuff, you know.
I
To some
have.
of the Swifties listening.
I've definitely sold it.
Definitely.
No, I haven't done that. But I'm not if you're listening.
saying
My job's listening. No, I didn't do that. But so she is, dating Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce and Jason Kelce have their podcast New Heights, and so now she's a guest, which is giving them incredible numbers. She had like $500 million in value to the NFL by just going to the games last year. They did a study. Just the
Alexander the Great. Like I said last time, she had too much power. It cannot be wielded by one man.
she's like
or
Amazon. I mean, yeah.
woman. Truly.
She's a walking Amazon.
I don't know. I just feel like it's overrated.
Okay.
For example, Michael Jackson, deserving.
Got it.
Elvis, deserving. And by those standards, she's following in with more record sales probably than any of those people combined. And yet it just doesn't have that same allure. It doesn't have the same energy as Michael Jordan did back in the 90s.
Right.
I mean, there's just some other
But
allure.
if you were a teenage girl, maybe.
Yeah.
Because there's Swifties and.
But
she's-
how many of those are genuine Swifties, and how many of them, let's be frank, high school girls take pressure from their friends, start
Oh, sure.
liking things because
Yeah.
their friends make them like
Like you like girls in high school because other guys like girls,
exclusively.
but it's totally changed.
But before then, I was like, "What's the big deal?" I think my wife can probably argue against that point.
well, there you can beard. It's fine. It's 2025. Who cares?
Well, there's that, but there's also she kind of knew me before, even her, and there was never any guy experiences except that one time.
Well, of
with
course
my
you're gonna say that
uncle.
because you told me you're a deeply closeted gay man.
I
That's
am
an
a
old Norm
deeply-
Macdonald joke.
I guess the biggest thing that nobody knows about me is I'm a deeply closeted gay man.
Didn't you hear me? I'm deeply closeted.
So you're gay? He's
Are
like,
you not listening?
You're a gay man?
I'm not gay. I said I'm deeply closeted.
What I'm saying.
deeply. I would know. I would never admit to that. But so she's on the podcast. I have to read this because it's the Swifties pointed this out about why they think she's going to be the performer at Super Bowl 60, and then I can tell you why there's a problem.
Why
with that.
it matters.
But it does matter. It's a big deal. I mean, it's the biggest TV event of the year in America. I know you like
The World Cup.
soccer.
The World Cup.
No, it's not.
Would-
It doesn't even get close to the ratings in America that the Super Bowl does. It's not close.
You sure about that?
And I'm willing to bet you. I'll bet you a lunch right now.
On lunch?
Okay, Sour Patch Kids bag.
No, because I'm not confident. But I know the World Cup is the most watched event.
Well, worldwide, but in America, it's not even close. It's the most watched television event, not just sports.
I think the World Cup was like 4-point-some billion.
Yeah, they lie. But no, of course, it's worldwide.
You can't trust facts.
No, you can't trust data. All right, so
These are delicious. Oh,
Taylor
God.
Swift, she was on the podcast, and they said she'd left some, and she does do this, like on her albums and stuff, Easter eggs or things, either in the album, like audio wise, and or on the art, or she's doing the interview, and this is what she said. Taylor mentioned she's obsessed with baking sourdough bread. Hold on, and thinks about it 60% of the time. This is what the fans interpret the Swifties. Super Bowl 60 is the next Super Bowl, set in Levi Stadium in San Francisco, home to the 49ers, whose mascot is Sourdough Sam. Swifties,
It's like
good
a game
work.
of Clue.
It is. Okay. Not sold yet, are you?
No.
Okay. She thanked Jason Kelsey for screaming for like 47 seconds when introducing her. Swifties pointed out her 47th Eras Tour stop was indeed at Levi Stadium, home of Super Bowl 60. Case closed.
I love a good conspiracy.
Me too.
I love them. Like, I get into them. I'm like, this probably was like a Sasquatch, and we probably are living in a globe. Like, I don't know. I love all of them.
Yeah.
But that's a reach, you know, because you could say that about anything. You know, I see these things all the time with celebrities in Hollywood because they're like, oh, these people are part of the, you know, Freemasons or Illuminati, whatever, because they're covering an eye or they're doing this or they're doing that. You can draw anything you want from a picture. I don't think that's really the case. I think that most people won't be nefarious and aren't remember these secret societies. Of course. Or maybe I'm just saying because I'm a member of one.
That's what somebody in Illuminati would say.
Well, you know, I'm just going to say. That stays between me and them. But no, it feels like you can reach and you can grasp and you can like, oh, well, she actually looked this way, left, and left is the direction of California. And it's just like, come on. Like, you have to have some facts and, you know, some cryptic message that you can interpret anything from.
Right.
You're gonna have
They
a
talk
problem.
like about how some detectives that aren't good, or it sometimes happens, they'll go to a crime scene and they'll say, this is what happened, and then they make all the evidence fit.
Yeah.
Instead of going where the evidence
Right.
leads them.
Right.
And of course you can do that if you're like, all right, Super Bowl 60, okay. So then you make any connection to anything that has to do with anything. Although talking about sourdough 60% of the time coupled with you scream for like 47 seconds. It's very specific and odd things to say. And they say she loves numbers and numerology. And so that's where it leads to more credence. The problem, however,
hit me with it.
is Roc Nation, run by Jay-Z, and Jay-Z are selecting the halftime show and have been for the last 6 years. And there hasn't been.
I bet Beyonce then.
It would be, but she's already done it. So
Can you only do it one time?
no, there's no rule.
Yeah.
But I think she's been there 3 times, but 2 times as like a guest singer. You know, like
It would be cool if the Chiefs were in the Super Bowl and then Taylor Swift was singing at the Super Bowl.
That'd be awesome. And
That
then he
would be
proposes at halftime, and then he tears his ACL, and then they lose
and
again.
then they break up by the time the game's over.
And then she has a great album.
Exactly.
She'll have a great album.
Exactly. More of the same. He broke my heart. I'm still upset. Like,
Whatever works.
guess so. Whatever
And she
sells
apparently
albums.
has a song on her new album, Taylor Swift.
you are like a Swiftie.
Yeah.
What is going on
She
here?
won me over years ago. At first, I was like,
What is
I
going
wasn't
on?
sold.
Like you
She's the
are
greatest.
just Jenny gooing all over this girl.
That'd be
What's
a crime
going
in
on?
most states. But yeah, she's talented. I respect I respect the success and then being able to continue to do it year after year after year with minimal scandals. She has like no scandals really. I mean,
Yeah.
she gets a little political sometimes. People don't like that. Some people, but other than that, I mean, she just gets it. She treats people right.
Yeah.
She's running an empire, and it's just like I mean, everything she touches turns to gold.
I give her shit, obviously, because, you know, that's
But
my
if you don't
job
like-
as a male. But to her music, it's like, I know it has a huge fan base. Just like I'm sure that, you know, LeBron James has a huge fan base. I'm not a fan, but that doesn't mean he's not good. It just
Right.
means I'm like, whatever. You know,
Like,
Jordan's the goat.
Anytime somebody's like, "Oh, play Margaritaville," or "I love Jimmy Buffett," I'm like, I hate Jimmy Buffett.
Do you really?
R.I.P. I think it's because of the people that like them.
The yacht rock folks.
Just for some reason, I have a deep hatred for them and their Hawaiian shirts.
You're quickly becoming one of them. You understand?
I
that,
know,
right?
so I have to
You
be- I
got
have to
your
keep-
shaved head, your beard.
Oh,
You
I
got a
don't-
stable relationship. Pretty
Yeah.
soon you're gonna be going down the Keys wearing a shirt.
If I'm
and
wearing
being
some
like,
flip-flops.
Hey, y'all want to swing with us? They're gonna be like,
That's what I'm saying. It's like,
thing.
and I know his music was good, and I know there's nothing against him. I hate Jimmy Buffett music. I always hated it. I naturally hated it. And then I met people that were, do you like Jimmy Buffett?
I definitely don't dislike him. Yeah. Yeah, I think
How
he's
are you
very
warm about it? You can't be hot or cold about it.
because he has some amazing songs. Pirate Looks at 40. I love that song. That's like my song.
How's that go?
Mother, Mother Ocean, I've heard you call. I wanted to sail upon your water till I was 3 feet tall.
Okay, yeah,
You've
there it
seen
is.
all.
There you go.
You've seen it all. Yeah, I know the song.
You guys sing pretty good.
No, I don't.
Better than me.
Well, I doubt that. You have the smooth vocals. I
No,
definitely have had no vocal
talking
training.
nonstop for 20 years.
Well, that's what it does.
All right, so what would you say is either your favorite, since Taylor Swift is the rumored person to be the Super Bowl 60 halftime performer, which I think would break all records, records.
100% it would, yeah.
Yeah, it would be ratings. I mean, NFL's already king. You add her on it, it's going to be sensational. Or it's just going to be, you just have to watch it. What would you say either is your favorite or least favorite halftime show, Super Bowl halftime show?
I'm going to tell my favorite because I'm a positive guy.
You are.
And I always have a glass half full. My favorite performance ever was one of the most scandalous Super Bowls my eyes have ever beheld.
Chubby Checker?
I was watching Justin Timberlake with Janet Jackson,
yeah.
and the nip slip. And it was just that, but then it was the crowd reaction because I was with my parents and all their friends. And they're all like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, this is so exciting. I'm like, what's going on? They're like, it showed. You're like, I missed it. You know, you're like,
you want to tell your parents to rewind it?
You're like, what? Yeah. So since then, you know, you go back and you watch it 1, 2, 7 times, and then you
pause it all.
Oh, okay, God, it was that exciting as a kid. So that, of course, was the tops the charts.
And
for
the
me.
buzz was
Wild.
insane for weeks, Nipplegate and all that stuff.
Yeah, I was in 8th or 9th grade, so it was high school, like prime time.
Yeah.
It was wild, dude.
Yeah, I think
people
that was-
like the next day, all the boys, did you see it? Did you see it?
I saw
And
it.
everyone's like, yeah, man, I saw it. And it's like, no, you did. It's like a South Park episode. It really was like, no, you didn't. It's like, yeah, dude, I so saw it.
It's so saw it. And you know when they didn't see it, when they didn't say they saw, like, it was like that silver thing that was over the nipple.
Yeah.
They're like, oh my gosh. You're like, no, you didn't see it. But that's a good one, though. And they're entertaining. And of course, she says, it's the wardrobe malfunctions halftime show.
Yeah.
And the end of the last lyric is, I'm going to have you naked, but in this song, and he pulled, and they're like, oh, we didn't, that was an accident. Like, okay, her shirt just ripped there.
Yeah.
And the words, I guess when I started learning, we didn't know what gaslighting was.
What year was this?
Was it 97 maybe?
No, Justin Timberlake?
No. Yeah, 97.
No, dude.
2001.
No.
2005.
I think it was like 2004, maybe.
Oh, not 97. What am I thinking? Because you said you were in high school or you were in middle school.
Dementia officially.
I have something. What year was the Justin Timberlake, Janet Jackson Super Bowl halftime show?
I'm saying 2004. 4.
I think Siri's listening to what you're saying. Of course, like usual, doesn't work. Perfect.
And we can't find
I'm
the
having
cast of
trouble with
movies
the
we're
connection
talking about either.
But anyway, it had to be mid to late 2000s.
Yeah, I think it was definitely.
All right, so
your favorite, go.
My favorite would be 50. Or it was Dr. Dre, Eminem,
Yeah.
50 Cent, Mary J. Blige, and
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar, who I didn't know who he was at the time. Did like a little small thing.
It was like 4 years ago or something like that.
Yeah. Or two or three. Yeah, something like that. It's been the last 5 years for sure. I grew up in the 90s listening in the early 2000s with Dre, Snoop. Did I say Snoop? Snoop, Dre, Eminem, of course, came on there. You know, Dre founded him and years later and then had like a resurgence. I like Mary J. Blige. I don't know why she did 2 songs. That's my only complaint. I paid close attention. She's very talented, but it's like you have mega stars here. And she did 2 songs and one wasn't even that popular. And they could have done without Kendrick Lamar, but just that core. But and then they had a surprise thing with 50 Cent and he was fat then and people were calling him $1. Like he's a whole dollar. I'm like, dang, man. This dude's just trying to, because he recreated that album where he's like on a pull-up bar.
Yeah,
Like down like a vampire, but he was much heavier then.
a little chunky.
But I really
Chunky trunks.
enjoyed that. And then my least favorite of all time is kind of a tie, but Kendrick Lamar. I just didn't.
Oh, the last one.
And I've listened to, actually like his music, but I just thought it was boring. He wasn't, I don't think he had enough hits. And that's a big deal with me. I don't care who you are. Because people say, oh, it should be this country singer. I'm like, they have less hits than Kendrick Lamar. Like, I want somebody that the casual fans like, even though I don't like this person, they have a million hits that you're like, okay, I get it. So I am suggesting Weird Al Yankovic.
There we go. Amish Paradise.
Well, I mean, because literally all his songs are parodies of huge songs. So everyone would recognize it, and plus it would make a lot of people upset because they're like, he's too nerdy. But I would love it.
It's Super Bowl for him would be a bit of a reach, don't you think? I mean, he's he's not quite at that par.
Yeah, but he's been doing it for 40 years. He's had a #1 album before.
That's true.
He had a #1 album in the world like 10 years ago.
We gotta get Gundam style and just play that one over and over and over. Whoop-um Gundam time. And then like as soon as it's over, it was like, what? No, and then it just like starts over again. It was like for like 30 minutes, so like riding this horse.
There's that one dude out there, one dude trying to ride the horse.
Dude, that dude's wild. If you've seen him like
Sigh.
perform and the fans go to this day ballistic when you see him come shoot up through the stage, and then he starts this "Walk from Gundam." We danced to that at my wedding, like that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, that was one of the songs when the rile up songs to get the crowd going.
Oh yeah, that song was really big. All right, again, make sure you subscribe wherever you get your podcast, and we're on all the social media platforms, TikTok, Instagram. He's on MySpace too, I think.
Yeah.
And LinkedIn. He loves that. So
me and the founder.
Yeah.
Last one's holding out.
It's Gay Bo Yoakley. That's what we found at Gay Bo Yoakley.
Why am I always gay?
Was something wrong with that?
No, but you always saying I am. I mean,
I'm
projecting
giving your handle.
a little bit. I'm married
Maybe.
with children.
So that's never happened?
You're perpetually single.
That's never happened.
And like all the girls
No,
you
I
bring
was married
around
for
look
17
like
years.
just dudes. They're like 6'4" with
Oh, really?
goatees. All
I
of
hope Anna sees this.
it's Anna. First off, it's Anna.
Oh, is it?
It's Anna. It's her proper pronunciation. But yeah, I'm like, this guy. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're the single
You
bald
seem
one
very
with the beard.
You seem
I'm gonna
very
tell you,
defensive.
75% of homosexual men have shaved heads and beards. I'm convinced.
Oh, really?
So
you're convinced.
You
So
are fitting in
If
perfectly.
we did a lineup,
Okay.
and a million strangers came in, and we just based on the way we look, what percentage do you think would think you're gay compared to me?
I think 97% would think you're gay, and they say that
Be
you're
honest,
bottom,
dude.
and you're bottom.
Well, I didn't say I wasn't.
100% a bottom.
I didn't say I wasn't.
Yeah.
But I'm not defensive about it. What I'm saying is,
If
honestly,
we're in prison, I'm gonna tell you that if we're in prison and we were cellies, you be holding on to my do-rag when I walk out of the cell. That's all I'm gonna tell you. You're not gonna be.
Why? Because I'm cleaning up. Never mind.
No,
Let's do-
you're
yeah.
you're walking behind me, and I tell you, hey, bitch, go get me a sandwich. You're like, yes, daddy, and that's what you would say.
because
just
you're
like that.
gay. You're saying because you're gay.
We're in prison for sure, for sure.
Okay.
And you would be my bitch, 100%.
Deja, producer Deja. If and to be honest, no, I'm saying based on looks alone, and this could be actually a compliment for you.
Oh, y'all are gonna get me fired.
No, you're from who? Well, that's what we're asking you. I'll fire you.
No, you'd be good. You're
no,
good. Whatever you say, you're totally
unless you say
fine.
me, then you're wrong.
Maybe Bo is gonna look a little gayer.
Bo's going to look a little
Bo's a little
gayer. Come here
gayer.
real quick. Come here on the mic. Why is that, do you think? I don't want to move too much, but
Yeah, Deja. Why?
I'm sorry to your wife, but I think it's the hair.
The hair? How dare you?
See,
this is a
that's-
classic cut.
Bald men give off more like I'm tough guy. Or,
Yeah. Have you ever seen bears? Like
Yeah,
you know,
that's
the
called me
big
a bear.
homosexual bears. They're very, very masculine.
You
with
might
the
know a lot
bald
about being
hair.
gay.
Because I told you about the prank we did on my dad.
No,
when we
I
put
know.
him up on Craigslist for hungry bear needing some loving. If you don't know familiar with this, we filled out a fake Craigslist account for my dad and had him requesting a men seeking man, and he put his information down, his email, and then my dad's at work. He comes home and he's like, freaked out. He's like, I don't know what's going on. We're like, what? He's like, I've gotten like 14 emails of dick pics, and you're like, oh my god. And so me and my brother lost our shit. It was the best prank to this day, and he still won't admit to how good it was, but it was phenomenal.
yeah, you brought up the other day watching MMA at your house.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you brought up, and he seemed like he just ignores it. He's
Yeah,
like,
he does. He just like, he's not going to give you the satisfaction to know you nailed him to
That's
the
a
wall.
great prank.
And the funny thing is, I swear to God, I've never heard of anyone doing it. Me and my brother were just bored in the summertime. We're like, we know what we should do, because he had his computer. I was like, we should just make him get a bunch of dick pics. So he was in his email.
To your dad.
And he doesn't know why is this happening to me?
Right.
He's gone.
That's
I'll bring the
great.
monologue that we wrote for him one time about what exactly he said. It was pretty.
That's seriously, it's a great prank.
It is a great prank. Okay, we're getting the rap signal. We
Yeah.
gotta go.
We got to go. Until next time.
Thanks.